Creative visit visa options for artists. In today's video, we will be taking a look at the multiple visa options available for international entertainers, musicians, and artists. The UK has a variety of immigration pathways that deliver both temporary and long-term opportunities for international entertainers, musicians, and artists, and also their personal and technical staff to partake in creative activities in the UK.
The UK
points-based
immigration system.
ending free movement.
But change is coming. Change is coming.
The key immigration pathways open to creative artists are the following. Creative Visit Visa. Permitted Paid Engagement Visit Visa. Temporary Work, Creative Worker Visa. Skilled Worker Visa. Global Talent Visa, Arts and Culture. Global Talent Visa, Film and Television. The Creative Visit Visa is for professional and amateur entertainers, musicians, and artists along with their personal and technical staff who wish to visit the UK to partake in unpaid creative activities for a duration of around 6 months, which they have been permitted for. The pathway does not result in settlement in the UK, and all visitors have to make a separate application, even when travelling as part of a group. An artist is described as anyone coming to the UK to take part in an activity that is connected to the arts such as literature, performing arts, visual arts, and culinary arts. Some examples of an artist are poets, film crew, plus the crew for online media content like YouTube, photographers, designers, artists, musicians, writers, and conductors. Both professional and amateur artists can qualify for a Creative Visit Visa. An entertainer is anyone coming to the UK to perform an activity that is connected to the performing arts, for instance, dancers, comedians, members of circus acts, members of a film crew, or those participating in e-sport competitions. Technical or personal staff or members of the production team who will be attending the same event as an artist, entertainer, or musician can also be eligible for a Creative Visit Visa, given that they are hired to work for the artist, entertainer, or musician outside the UK. Some of the examples are choreographers, stage managers, makeup artists, personal bodyguards, and press officers. To be eligible for a Creative Visit Visa, you will have to convince the UK Visas and Immigration that you are genuinely seeking entry to the UK for a purpose that is allowed by the visitor pathways and will not take part in any prohibited activities. Artists, entertainers, and musicians may perform the following allowed activities with permission as a creative visitor. Take part in performances as an individual or as part of a group. Participate in competitions or auditions. Make personal appearances and take part in promotional activities. Participate in one or more cultural events or festivals on the permit-free festival list. Film crew such as actors, producers, directors, or technicians hired by a company abroad may visit the UK on a Creative Visit Visa to take part in a location shoot for a film or program or other media content that is produced and financed abroad. Creative visitors are not allowed to work in the UK or, with few immunities, acquire payment from a source in the UK for any activities performed in the UK. But artists, entertainers, and musicians visiting the UK can acquire payment for performances at one or more of the festivals listed on the permit-free festival list. If you wish to enter the UK due to a creative visit, you can apply for a visit visa that is legitimate for either 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years. You can come and go, in and out of the UK many times during the validity period of your visit visa, unless your visit visa is authorised for a single or dual entry. But each visit to the UK must not be more than 6 months. Permitted Paid Engagement Visit Visa. The Permitted Paid Engagement (PPE) Visit Visa is available to professional artists, entertainers, and musicians who plan to come to the UK for 1 month to partake in a paid engagement in relation to their profession. For instance, an artist may enter the UK as a permitted paid engagement visitor to give a paid performance and also demonstrate their work to the public or other professionals. The permitted paid engagement visa pathway does not result in a settlement in the UK, and all the candidates are required to submit individual applications, even if they are travelling as part of a group. To be eligible for a permitted paid engagement visa, artists, entertainers, and musicians should demonstrate that the event is related to their full-time profession. This will need to be approved through documentary proof such as marketing material for performances, screenings, concerts, talks, readings, and exhibitions, media coverage and reviews, awards, and evidence of the latest performances. Entertainers, musicians, and artists should have been invited by creative arts or entertainment organisations, broadcasters, or agents from the UK. A creative organisation is any organisation associated with artistic and entertainment activities. For instance, galleries, arts faculties, or departments in universities and schools, and venues participating in producing or staging events will all be referred to as creative organisations. Embassies organising cultural events related to their country are also eligible. Agents and broadcasters based in the UK can also invite persons to take part in a paid engagement in the UK. Permitted paid engagement visit visas have the legitimacy of 1 month, and permitted paid engagement visitors are allowed to participate in the paid engagement that was mentioned as part of their entry clearance application. Temporary work, creative worker visa. The temporary work, creative worker visa is for persons who have been offered short-term work in the UK for up to a year within the creative sector. The creative worker visa does not result in a settlement, but candidates can prolong their stay for a maximum of 2 years with the same employer. A creative worker is someone who can make an extraordinary contribution to the UK's creative industries, for instance, a dancer, an actor, musician, entertainer, fashion model, or film crew. Technical or support staff, also known as an entourage, can accompany qualified creative workers. In order to acquire a temporary work, creative worker visa, you will need to have a legitimate certificate of sponsorship awarded by a sponsor who is accredited by the Home Office for the job you are applying to perform in the UK. Your sponsor will be required to have a valid temporary work, creative worker sponsor license. Your sponsor will be working in the creative sector. Some of the examples are a national arts body, an events organizer, a producer, a venue, an agent, a promoter or promotion company, a production company, or a media organization. Your sponsor can be or may not be your direct employer. You will have to be paid a minimum salary which has been set by Equity, Pact, or Bectu, with the exception of models, musicians, or circuses. If your temporary work, creative worker visa application is approved, you will be allowed to enter and stay in the UK for either a period of 12 months or the length of time mentioned on your certificate of sponsorship, including the 14 days before and after the period of leave is granted, whichever is shorter. Creative workers who wish to resume working for the same sponsor can apply to prolong their stay for a maximum of 2 years. Creative workers who want to change employers may only stay in the UK for 1 year, maximum. If your application for a temporary work, creative worker visa is approved, you will be eligible to work for your sponsor in the job mentioned on your certificate of sponsorship. You will also be able to have a second job in the same field and at the same level as your main job for 20 hours a week, and do a job on the skilled worker shortage professions list for around 20 hours a week. If you are not a citizen or a national of a country or territorial entity mentioned in Immigration Rules Appendix Visitor, Visa National List, meaning that you are an EU, EEA, and Swiss citizen or other non-visa national, you have a legitimate certificate of sponsorship from an accredited sponsor for the creative worker pathway, and the total length of your paid event or events in the UK will be 3 months or less, then you may qualify to travel to the UK without a visa and instead ask for permission to enter when you arrive at the UK border under the temporary work, creative worker visa concession. But those who enter the UK for 3 months under the creative worker visa border concession are not allowed to extend their stay in the UK on the creative worker pathway. Skilled worker visa. The skilled worker visa is available for persons of all nationalities who have an offer of a qualified skilled job in the UK from a Home Office approved sponsor. This pathway can lead to settlement. To acquire a skilled worker visa, you should have a legitimate certificate of sponsorship for the job you are planning to do. Your certificate of sponsorship will need to have been provided by an employer that is accredited by the Home Office to sponsor the job that you have applied for under the skilled worker pathway. The job you are being sponsored for must be a qualified job at or above a minimum skill level. Under the skilled worker visa pathway, the role you are going to perform must be skilled to at least IQF level 3, which is equal to A levels. You do not have to bear a formal qualification in order to fulfill the skills level requirement. It is the skill level of the job that you will be performing that will decide if the limit is met. The following creative jobs are allowed for the skilled worker pathway: artist, illustrator, portrait painter, sculptor, author, copywriter, editor, books, writer, actor, disc jockey, entertainer, presenter, broadcasting, singer, dancer, ballet dancer, choreographer, dance teacher, producer, director, arts officer, production assistant, broadcasting, film editor, studio manager, television producer, theatrical agent, audio-visual technician, projectionist, sound engineer, cameraman, theatre technician, entertainment, photographer. In many cases, a candidate for a skilled worker visa should be given a salary which is equal to or more than £25,600 annually and 100% of the going rate for the profession, whichever is more. The estimation of the salary is based on guaranteed basic full pay. Some sponsored skilled workers that have applied under the skilled worker pathway may be paid less than the mentioned amount, where they are provided additional so-called tradable points for other attributes. For instance, if you have a job offer for employment mentioned in a shortage profession, you may be paid a salary which is equal to or surpasses both £20,480 per year and 80% of the going rate for the profession. The following creative jobs are on the shortage occupation list, and so candidates may be eligible for a skilled worker visa if they are paid at least £20,480 annually and 80% of the going rate for the occupation. Artists, skilled contemporary dancers and skilled classical ballet dancers, skilled orchestral musicians, arts officers, producers and directors. To qualify for a skilled worker visa, you will need to show your English language ability on the Common European Framework of Reference for languages in the following aspects: reading, writing, speaking and listening to at least level B1, intermediate. If your application for a skilled worker visa is accepted, you will be provided entry clearance or permission to remain for a period ending 14 days after the end date of your certificate of sponsorship, which can be around a maximum of 5 years after the start date of your certificate of sponsorship. After 5 years in the skilled worker pathway, you may qualify to apply for indefinite leave to remain. Skilled worker visa bearers are allowed to work in the job they have been sponsored for. They can also perform additional employment, on the condition that they continue to work in the job for which they are being sponsored primarily. Global Talent Visa, Arts and Culture. The Global Talent Visa, Arts and Culture pathway is open to talented and extraordinary persons in the fields of arts and culture wanting to work in the UK. Candidates will be leaders in their field or have the probability to be leaders, as characterised by Arts Council England. The Global Talent pathway does not need a job offer and can result in settlement in the UK. To be eligible for an arts and culture acceptance by Arts Council England, you will be required to professionally participate in producing outstanding quality work which has been performed, presented, distributed, or exhibited internationally. You must have been participating regularly as a professional practitioner in your field within the last 5 years and be able to demonstrate a significant track record in more than one country when applying on the grounds of exceptional talent, or a developing track record in one or more countries when applying on the grounds of exceptional promise. Once you have acquired your acceptance from Arts Council, you will have a duration of 3 months from the date of the acceptance letter to submit your application to enter or stay in the UK in the Global Talent class. If you have won a qualifying prestigious award, you will be able to rush the acceptance application and instead directly proceed to make a single visa application. Global Talent Visa candidates can decide how much leave, in whole years, up to a maximum of 5 years, they wish to obtain in a single application. Global Talent Visa, Arts and culture migrants who are accepted under the criteria of exceptional talent by Arts Council England are qualified to apply for indefinite leave to remain after spending 3 years in the UK continuously. Candidates who are accepted under the criteria of exceptional promise for Arts Council England are required to spend a period of 5 years continuously in the UK before being allowed to apply for settlement. Global Talent Visa, Film and Television. The Global Talent Visa, Film and Television pathway is available to talented persons in the fields of film and television who are willing to work in the UK. Candidates will be leaders in their field as characterised by the Producers Alliance for Film and Television, PACT, acting on behalf of Arts Council England. The Global Talent Pathway does not need a job offer and can result in settlement in the UK. Candidates who work in the film, television, animation, post-production, and visual effects industries will be required to show exceptional talent. PACT does not accept exceptional promise applications. The conditions for being accepted by PACT within the film, television, animation, post-production, and visual effects industries all fundamentally relate to recognition by awards. Once you have your PACT acceptance, you will have a duration of 3 months from the date of the acceptance letter to submit your application to enter or stay in the UK in the Global Talent class. If you have won an eligibility prestigious award, you will be able to speed up the acceptance application and proceed directly to making a single visa application. Global Talent Visa candidates can decide how much leave, in whole years, up to a maximum of 5 years, they wish to acquire in a single application. Global Talent Visa, Film and Television migrants who have been approved by PACT are qualified to apply for indefinite leave to remain after spending a duration of 3 years continuously in the UK. We have reached the end of today's video update. Like, share and subscribe to our channel for more latest updates. Thanks for watching.